I'd like to spank Penance Ball for... Firstly, I'd like to thank Spen and Paul for their lovely speeches. Before I undertake the customary duty of giving Spen an uncomfortable few minutes, it's part of my job as best man to thank Spen on behalf of the bridesmaids Claire, Evie and Grace for his kind words and for having them play a part in this very special day. I have to say that along with George, our page boy, they all look wonderful and have done an excellent job. Indeed, they are only eclipsed by Jo herself, who I'm sure you'll all agree looks absolutely stunning. Right, I'm going to get underway by saying there's been a rumour circulating around here today. I want to get to the bottom of it. I've heard a lot of people talking about it and I want to get to the bottom of it now. Now the rumour is that the person sitting next to Jo isn't Spencer King. It's actually an imposter. So I'm going to ask the question, will the real Spencer King please stand up?
I'm Spencer King! I'm Spencer King! No, I'm Spencer King! I'm Spencer King! I'm Spencer King!
I'm Spencer King!
No, I'm Spencer King!
Blimey, we've got a lot of Spencer Kings out there today. Now here's one for all the teenagers out there. As the great Jim Bowen would say, Jill, you've had a super smashing great lovely day, but I'm going to ask you to consider a gumball. Now you bought your flowers, that's it, but you can gumball what you've got next year for one of our special Spencers out there. Now let's ask the audience, what do you think? Should you gumball? I think we all know Joe's not going to gamble. I would as well, yeah.
Not handled by now.
Well, we all know Joe's not going to gamble. We all know Joe's not going to gamble, and in all honesty, they are both definite keepers. I'm just pleased we managed to sort out this rumour and can confirm we do have the genuine article sitting right there. So let's hear it for the real Mr. Spencer. Right, now that's the first part of my speech over with. The second part of my speech starts right now. And I've timed it to last as long as it's going to take Spen to perform his bedroom duties later on this evening. So, hold up. Right, so unfortunately that's it for me. Well, when Spen asked me to be best man, there was something I really wanted to tell him, but unfortunately the time has never been right. Now, I know today is not ideal, but we do have plenty of witnesses here today, so hopefully Spen's not going to attack me, so here goes. A few years ago, when Spen was at work, I had to pop round to Joe's to drop some birthday cards off, which I did. And just as I was about to leave, Joe said to me, "Pal, it gets really lonely on my own at night here. If ever you're passing, here's the door key. Let yourself in." Now, I think now they're married, I've got to do the right thing. I'm going to hand my key back in. So, there we go. Look, there it is. Right now. If anyone else here today has had a similar arrangement with Joe over the years, now is the time to stand up and be counted. Not you as well. Unfortunately, I do know for a fact there is one more person. So hopefully that has brought that to a close, Joe. It's been very busy over the last few years, Joe. Right. Well, when Spen asked Joe to marry him, and Joe said yes, a lot of people said it was like they'd both won the lottery. Now, I happen to agree with that. Spen, you've won the jackpot, and Joe, be careful how you spend that tenner. I'd like to say being best man is an honour, but I do feel slightly on trial here today. As last night when Spen and I were having a beer, or as Spen described it, the last drink of a condemned man. He said to me, Pell, if you do a really good job tomorrow, you could be best man at my next wedding as well. Now that was slightly misjudged, that has thrown me a bit. What am I going to do now? Cool, hang on. Right, I've got it, right, okay. Right, today is all about love. And looking out into our gathering, I can see some beautiful people out there who are very much in love. So I'm going to ask all of you couples here today, put your hands up, to turn and face each other right now and look deeply into each other's eyes. All of you, please, all of you. All of you, Spen and Joe. All of you. Right. Statistically, you're staring at the person who is most likely to murder you. Spen, start the car, this isn't working, son. Right, gentlemen, I am sure you'll all agree with me when I say that today is a sad day for single men everywhere, as another beauty has been taken off the available list. And ladies, I'm sure you'll also agree with me when I say that today has passed without so much as a ripple. I've got to mention the stag weekend. A lot of the lads said it was like Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. The reason being, day one, Spen was happy. Day two, he turned into dopey and grumpy. By day three, he was being sicky and sleepy. And on his return on day 4, he had to see the dog. Less said about that, the better. The only other thing I can tell you is during the weekend away, Spen became founder, member and honorary president of something called the WSE. Now, I'm sure some of the stags will enlighten you later on about that, but they have given Spen a special gift, which I will pass on. President of the WSE Club, Sven. That's Sven, if you pass that down. Sorry if some of you guys might not get this, but the Stags will explain to you later on about that one. Right, moving on. Okay. A lot of you won't know this, but when Sven was younger, he was actually a child model. There's more. Well, about 4 months ago, I popped round to Joe and Spen's, and Spen had a fire going on in the garden. I asked what he was doing, and he said, I'm getting rid of all the rubbish, and in particular, all those embarrassing child model photographs. Well, I'm sure Spen and all of you will be pleased to know that while Spen was indoors making me a coffee, I managed to rescue a couple of those photos from the fire. So, if you'd like to open the envelopes on your tables and pass them round, I will talk you through what Spen was wearing.
Oh, okay. Got one of these.
As you can see, have you got one? You've got one or two. There's a couple of different ones. Right, okay. Sorry, pass on over here. Pass on the ball. Right. As you can see, I'll talk you through what Spen's wearing. As you can see, he's sporting a nice Farrah trouser, shoes via Barters of Tilbury, jacket courtesy of Millets, and of course hair by Vito Sassoon. And that, ladies and gentlemen, believe it or not, was the start and the finish of Spen's modelling career. Spen has... Here we go, right. Spen has specifically asked me today to refrain from mentioning any past girlfriends. So sadly that has cut down the speech by a good 3 seconds. But what can I do? He's the man of the day, we've got to respect his wishes. I couldn't let today pass without mentioning the golfing years. Once upon a time, golf was a big part of Spen's life. It's also a big part of my life, and looking out into the room, I can see a lot of faces who spent many hours playing golf with Spen and myself. I mean, we used to play all the time, out in the fresh air, finishing off with a cold beer. Where did it all go wrong, Spen? Where did it all go wrong? And who can forget Roger, constantly putting himself down for a par 4 when we all knew it took a 7 or 8. Or the famous day Frank played off a handicap of 24 when really it was an 8. And then we come to Spen. I mean, he could hit the ball miles. He didn't have a clue where it was going, but he could hit the ball miles. And never in the history of golf has there ever been anyone who has come up with so many excuses for playing crap. I've had a word with some of Spen's golfing buddies and we compiled a list. So if you bear with me, I will read it out for you. This could take a while, we've got plenty of time. There we go, right. It was my shoulder. It was my elbow. It was my foot. It was my hair. I'm wearing blue socks today. It was Gil's fault. It was Dino's fault. It was the wind. It was a ghost. Right, I think we better call it a day there, Spen. We're here all night. So, that's it. Right, Spen, let me take this opportunity to say how lucky you are that you leave here today having gained a wife that is warm, loving and caring, a wife that is funny and who radiates beauty wherever she goes. And Joe, let me also say how lucky you are that you leave here today having gained a gorgeous dress and a lovely bouquet of flowers. I have got some other news that may surprise you, but it could come in handy for future birthday and Christmas gift ideas. Having only found out this news recently myself, I have got them a couple of extra gifts. So, hand it over there to Sven and Joe. Enjoy. There you go. Enjoy. Now, when I pass this information on to you, I do hope I haven't misunderstood. He says, reading it then. Right, but here goes. Right, sorry about this, guys. I've recently found out that Sven and Joe are both massively into DIY. The reason I say this is because I do hope I haven't misunderstood. The reason I say this is because Sven assures me that when they get back home after the wedding, they're going to be banging and screwing all over the house. I do apologise, I've obviously got on the wrong end of the stick there. You better give us some gifts back, you won't be needing them.
You won't get one of your neck.
I would like to take this opportunity to thank everyone who is here sharing in Joe and Sven's special day, and also a few messages to read from people who couldn't be here but want to pass on their best wishes. To Sven, sorry we couldn't make your special day, but felt it would be too emotional losing a special guy such as yourself. We will see you again soon. From all the girls at the Pleasure Dungeon. There was one other message that I thought was quite cute. When I was with Sven last night, he left his phone on the table and popped to the toilet. Now, his phone bleeps. Now, I haven't got a clue about technology, I've got a clue about that stuff, but I pressed the button on his phone and a message came up. Now, I'm kind of hoping that some of you guys might be able to enlighten me later on. The message was on something called Grindr. And in brackets it said something about men only. Anyway, this person has also sent a card, so I will read it out. Sorry? Spain. Ladies and gentlemen, I couldn't possibly read this out. Or should I? Yes! Sorry, should I?
Yes! Behind you.
Dear Spencer, we'll always treasure our long walks and picnics around One Tree Hill. All the best for the future. Lots of love from Quentin. There is one more thing I've got to read out. Right. Spencer King, a kind and caring guy, a great sense of humour. His generosity knows no bounds. Handsome, good looking, very good looking. His sporting prowess is second to none. Always first up the bar to get the beers in. And hold up. No, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. It's no good. Spen, I can't read your writing. I haven't made things too uncomfortable for Sven, and in all honesty, he is one of life's good guys. And I'd like to wish both Joe and Sven a very long and happy life together. And I'm going to ask you all please to stand. And I'd like to propose a toast. Stay there. I'd like to propose a toast to the bride and groom, to Joe and Sven. There's more than more. I'm just going to say, listen, all I'm going to say is, please enjoy the rest of today, and let's all make sure tonight is a party to remember forever. Thank you so much for listening.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am going to now ask everyone to